Good morning, boys and girls. There's something special happening in the Grandpa Ken Show. So let's go down to the end of the lane and see Grandpa Ken. He's expecting us.
What a beautiful Minnesota day. Yes, it is. Oh, that gets me in the mood to go fishing already. I better get my fishing tackle and all my lures and everything out and kind of fix them up and make sure everything is in ship-shape order so that I can go down along the bank there and do a little fishing. That is a great sport, especially for an old tadpole like me, huh? Oh, just a second. I want to show you this. See there? Grandpa's going to be somewhere today. I'll set it up here so you can get a good look at it. I'm going to be at the grand opening this Saturday, 10:30 in the morning, to visit with all you tadpoles, and we're going to give away free magic marker pens to each and every one of you. And it's at the Davies Office and School Supply, and that's at 90th and Penn, right, well, it's in the Richfield area, and it's south, of course. So we should have a lot of fun. I want to meet every one of you there because, I'll draw pictures for you, and we'll just have a wee of a time, I know. And you'll get a free magic marker pen. Oh, 3 or 4 colors are available, so you stop in and visit with me. That's at Davies Office and School Supply at 90th and Penn South, Saturday at 10:30. Have Mom and Dad bring you around. We'll have fun. All right. Well, let's take a look at this 60-second message, and then we'll have the prize box. Now it's the prize box time, and it's one way that Grandpa can give you a gift. I'd like to send one to each and every one of you, but that's impossible, of course. So today we're going to give away 2 prizes, and this is the giant-sized Tootsie Roll with 3 pounds of your favorite Tootsie Roll candies in there. There's old suckers and candy bars, all sorts of things. So you'll probably be the most popular tadpole in your area when you receive this special carton. I'll just set it right down there and show you what our second prize is today. Look at that. This is the famous Instant Lettering Fun Kit. And they have all sorts of letters here that you just rub on, and you can put your names on all manner of things. Your lunchbox, your school books, make posters. And there are even little cartoons in here, so you can make up your own little cartoons. So it should be a lot of fun. This is the same kind of a lettering set that artists use when they make catalogs and ads for newspapers, even television commercials. So you'll be just like a professional when you have that set. Okay, so we'll pull out a couple of names here. There we are. 2 girls today. Sally Jean Boyd of St. Paul, Minnesota is the first winner. And our second winner is Jody Macon of Minneapolis, Minnesota. There is her signature. Oh, you can hardly see it. It's written a little light, but it's Jody Macon of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sally Jean Boyd of St. Paul, Minnesota. So those are our 2 winners today. Now, I'd love to have you send in a card. If you can send a picture card in, that's fine too, because I love to show those on the air. And you just put your name, your address, and your age on it, so I'll know what type of a gift to send to you. Then you address it to me, Grandpa Ken, Channel 9, Fauché Tower, Minneapolis, Minnesota. There's the address, and you can copy it down, or you can have Mother write it for you if you're a little too young to write such difficult words at this time. Grandpa Ken, Channel 9, Fauché Tower, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Zip code 55402. Okay, well, while you're getting Mother to get a card for you, why don't we watch Mr. Wizard?
I'm looking over a four-leaf. I'm not in tune this morning, I guess. Me, 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 me. My.
My.
Yeah, why?
You sure do sing poorly.
Poorly?
Lousy is the better word.
Oh, come on now. Really? How you coming with your book, huh?
Oh, I'm coming along. I got 4 pages written already.
Well, I thought you were going to be finished with it. What are you doing now?
Well, I thought I'd go back and work on it some more. I changed my mind, you know.
You did?
Yeah, I'm going to write a poem about, about funny things, and then maybe make the whole book a poem.
Oh, one whole poem, huh?
No, a bunch of little ones.
Could I hear one?
Well, yes, like an elephant is quite a chunk from tippy tail to tippy trunk.
Oh, boy. And that's the kind of poems you're going to write, huh?
Yes, I think I'll write another poem.
Well, come back here. I want to tell you a poem I know.
You know a poem?
Yeah, I know one about a thermometer bird.
Oh, come on. There's no such thing as a thermometer bird.
Well, I saw one. I'm older than you are. I'm 158, you know.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And I've seen many, many strange things up and down the Mississippi River.
You have?
Yep. And the strangest of all was that thermometer bird.
Oh. Tell me about it.
All righty. Sad is the fate of the thermometer bird.
Mm-hmm.
On a cake of ice he must hop.
Yep.
When the weather is hot, he worries a lot.
Yes.
And he's liable to blow his top. Come back here now, please. I got another poem.
You do? Oh, you're just full of them. My goodness. Can I use them in my book?
Oh, no, sirree. I may write a book about different things, unusual things I've seen.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Come back here. Why are you always running away?
Well, I'm anxious to work on my book.
Oh, I see. Well, you do an awful lot of talking. I know that while you're writing.
Well, that's the easy way to do it. See, I know what it sounds like.
Oh. Well, remember this motto. A dog is loved by old and young.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he wags his tail, not his tongue.
Oh.
Oh, he's upset. I like to tease that little boy. Yeah, I call him a boy. He's a dog. But then he's just like a...
The whole world smiles, unless you happen to be Dobie Gillis. Then they scream. For his frantic antics, romantic and otherwise, plus his kooky sidekick, Maynard Krebs,
You rang?
are something to scream about.
It was so warm down in the living room. I wonder if I'd have time to take a shower.
Oh, no.
What's the matter with you girls?
Oh, water's so wet. The showers are spooky. They're spooky.
Dwayne Hickman stars as Dobie. Bob Denver plays Maynard. And the dolls of Pryor College round out this wacky love affair.
You see, Dobie, that proves how little we have in common. Your mind is always on love and romance, while mine's busy with kidneys and gallbladder.
You're a great American like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, or Peter Lawford.
Then I can safely assume, Maynard, that you like me.
True.
And you consider me a friend.
True.
And you'll marry me.
Untrue.
Reach, kid, or I'll blast your head off.
You big brute. Yeah, you big brute.
What?
You big brute, sir.
It's all for fun, so be sure to watch Dobie Gillis.
Well, you know, tadpoles, at this time of the year when the weather's so nice, you love to go out and play. And one of the things I see so many of you do is dress up. You know, you get your dad's hat and his coat and tie, and you put all these things on, you know, and you girls put on the high heel slippers and go clip, 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 clip down the sidewalk and have a lot of fun. So let's watch two children today dressing up and going on a little trip.
Dressing up, gee, it's fun to be dressing up. Wearing organdy, going walking Sunday afternoon.
Dressing up, in a shirt and tie, dressing up. Getting ready, I'm going walking Sunday afternoon.
Every girl just loves putting on her gloves, straightening her hat, fixing this and that.
Wearing navy blues, shining up your shoes, putting on your cap, gives you such a happy feeling.
Dressing up, in my frills and bows,
Dressing up, in my Sunday clothes, won't we be something, me and you?
when we're all dressed up, walking down the avenue. We'll sure be something, me and you, when we're all dressed up, walking down the avenue.
Well, tadpoles, I'm kind of straightening my table up here a little bit. Yes, there we are. You know, I have a cow, old Bess, and 2 pigs, and I've talked about the chickens, you know, but I only have 1 chicken, and it happens to be a rooster. So how in the world do I get all my eggs? I don't go to the store and get them, but an old magician friend of mine left me a magic derby. There it is. See that? Yep. And I use this derby to make my eggs. Now, how many eggs should I have today, I wonder? Oh, how about 3 eggs? That ought to make a good breakfast for my second breakfast. So this is the way we do it. We call on a magic hen to bring the eggs to us, you see. So we just say, "Oh, magic hen, cluck, cluck." And cluck, cluck is right. There's an egg. See? Isn't that marvelous? So if you had a magician's hat like that, you could do the same thing. Let's try it again. Let's see now. 3 eggs. That was 1 egg. And do you like eggs for breakfast? Just about everybody does, I think. So let's see what happens in this case. All right. We'll just kind of make a little shoot out of our egg here, you know, kind of a trough, out of our handkerchief. And then we call on the chicken to lay another egg. There's our second egg. So let's have a third egg, just for good luck, you see. All right. So let's pick it up by the center. I want to be sure it's exactly in the center here. Let's get it all nice and neat. Whoop. There we go. Then we bring this up here. And come on, let's see. 1 more egg. There's the third egg. Okay, that should be enough. So I'll just take these out in the kitchen and I'll scramble some eggs and I'll be back in just a short while. So you watch this.
Millions of girls grow up today in cities, suburbs, rural America, facing pressures. Girls in scouting find understanding, friendship, fun. And they learn to serve others, learn to know themselves, learn what a wonderful thing it can be to be young and be a scout.
Would you like to help?
You can help give more girls this opportunity. Contact your local Girl Scout Council now.
Well, I think I'll do a little drawing now, and maybe we'll learn a few things. I like to have you learn from Grandpa some unusual things about the world, I imagine, from time to time. And of course, we have other people up here on the show with us to show you unusual things about this great world of ours. So let's try a drawing right now. Well, that's not too unusual, is it? I just divided the sheet of paper in half. But if we would do this, put some little lines on here, kind of wiggly lines, what does that suggest to you? Anything yet? Well, actually, it is a clump of bushes, as you can see here. There we go. And we're going to far off Africa to see this unusual animal. In fact, I think what we'll do today, we'll see not one, but two of these unusual animals. You've seen them, I think. Well, we'll have his ear down about like that. Oh, what a skinny neck he has, though. No, we better improve that, hadn't we? There he is with his long neck. You know what it is, don't you? That is a giraffe. They're very unusual because they have this big, long neck, and that is so they can eat from the tops of the trees, you know, where the tender leaves are, because many of the other animals eat all the grass and things. So nature has provided him with this big, gigantic, long neck. Now, it so happens that he has a girlfriend, and here she is, right here. Oh, let's see, something like that. And they have these little funny horns on top, and we'll have her ears kind of sticking down a little bit, too. And here she is. Oh, there we are. Well, she better have these unusual spots on her, too. There we go. Two giraffes. Okay, they're in love with each other, believe it or not, so great big heart on each side. Goes thump, thump, thump. All right. This is Amy over here, incidentally. No, that's Albert. This is Amy over here. Yes. And should we make a nice big red heart? I think so. There we go. I like this. Now, they're way out on the African veldt, they call it. So we'll put it out there like that. That's the flatlands in Africa, you see. And the sun is just coming up over the horizon because they got up very early in the morning to eat. Now, the unusual thing about giraffes is, well, maybe if I give you a poem, that'll explain it a little better. Amy and Albert are a friendly pair, standing with necks high in the air. No voices do we hear from their throats so tall. Giraffes, they tell us, have no voices at all. There, see, we've learned something, haven't we? They may, when they're attacked or something, or have to run and get away from danger, sometimes they may make windy sounds, kind of grunty sounds, but they do not make noises and roar like the king of the jungle, the lion, or other animals of that type, you see. Very quiet animal. Okay, now, I'm going to change this a little bit. They aren't blushing, no, and they didn't stick their heads into a mud puddle or anything, but they've got dark faces now, haven't they? Well, actually, this is something else. This is not the drawing you thought it was. No, sir. I'm going to turn it over. Let's see what happens now. And turn it over like this, and look at that. We've got a picture of a ballet dancer. Oh, such big feet. Oh, it's not that funny. Oh, my. Well, anyway. Anyway, this little ballet dancer, her dad tried to take a picture of her, you see, and as usual, he got the camera off position and cut off the top of her body, but we see this much of it. And the way the story goes on this is ballet, ballet, ballet. I practice for a play. Sometimes at night I do it right, but I forget the very next day. Isn't that something? Okay. Now, how about another little drawing along those lines? Let's see now. Did you ever hear about a big anteater? You ever see one of those? Oh my. They, well, they have a big long tail about like this. And this anteater, though, is a little bit different. He has eaten already, so he has gone to sleep. Let's put his, there we are. We'll have him lying on his back like this, and he's sound asleep. Look at that. Oh boy. So here he is. You know, an anteater loves to work. He has a big long nose like this, you see, and a long tongue, and he works around the big ant hills, and he loves to stick that long tongue down into the hole of the ant hill. There's probably several of them. And the that is where he gets his delicacies, you see, the ants, and that's the way nature provides it. He eliminates the ants, and that's the way what he eats and lives on, you see. Okay, now he's sound asleep right now, though, so maybe, I don't know whether we should disturb him or not. What do you think? Should we bother him a little bit? No, let's just let him sleep, should we? Now, he's a rather unusual animal, that's for sure, but you know, many years ago we had another animal that was much more unusual, and it happened to be a prehistoric animal like that. That's a brontosaurus. Oh, you tadpoles are so fascinated by them. Yes, this happens to be a brontosaurus. Whoop, I guess his one leg is up in the air there. Let's put it down here where he can stand on the ground. Of course, they are non-existent. They lived millions of years ago, and today we don't have any around. I wish we did. Wouldn't they make great pets? About as big as 5 or 6 of your houses. Wow, there was an animal. All right. Now let's see. Should we draw another animal of some type? All right. What kind of an animal should we draw this time? I know. Let's draw, instead of a big giant animal that's as big as a building, let's draw a little tiny animal like this. Look at this. He has a long tail. And let's have him smiling like that. And he's sitting here just as friendly as can be. And most people don't like him. No, sir, if he's around the house, why, you know, your mother gets all excited. And when Dad comes home, why, she says, oh, we got a mouse in the house, we got a mouse in the house. And things really happen around the place. But here, anyway, here is our friendly little mouse. We got to put some whiskers on him, like this. Actually, the mouse is more frightened than Mother. But let's put a little piece of cheese here. Actually, I guess mice aren't that crazy about cheese, but it's been traditional to say that they like cheese. But they like many things. Okay, and they like grain in particular, and things like that. All right. Now, what's unusual about this mouse? Only that, well, let's put a beard on him, and we'll put glasses on him like this, because he is quite an old, oh, let's have a little cane in his hand like this. There. Now, he's such a tiny animal, you wonder, well, how long does he live, you know? Does he have a long lifespan? Well, the unusual thing about a mouse, when they are in captivity and well-fed, not in the wild state, you see, but well-fed, they have had mice live to this many years. Can you read that? 10 years. Isn't that amazing? That's what they've discovered about animals, that if they are taken care of by man, like in the zoo and places like that, they live much, much longer than they do when they're out in the wild state.
You know what a mouse sounds like?
What does a mouse sound like? You know? Exactly. There is a mouse. Oh, my. That's a wild mouse, I'll say that. All right. Well, I'll put a clock over here, and let's have him run up the clock like this. You know why? We want to see what time it is. Well, my goodness, it's 9 o'clock like that. It's time to leave. So you keep smiling. Make others happy, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. So long, tadpoles.
Flowers by Minneapolis Floral, where they grow their own roses. Order an armful today.
You know, I've been kind of lucky this year. I haven't caught a cold yet. How about you? Have you been having the sniffles? If you haven't, you'd better watch out. Well, having a cold's not so bad. It's what happens to you that you have to watch out for. Common cold, it can be easily identified. Here's a prime A1 example. Look at this. Boy, how can you be more miserable than this? Look at that. Bloodshot eyes, red nose. So miserable. That's just as about as bad a cold as you can get, too.
When you feel the cold coming on, just put on your hat and coat and hightail it for home. Just don't stop to tell nobody nothing, I'm telling you. That's one of the first rules of wooding.
Now take this fellow. He's making his big mistake right now. Here he is, shaking and shivering like a hula dancer at an October fair. See those other guys? Well, they've got the signal, and here they come. At the first sign of a cold, everyone, and that includes you, immediately become experts in prescribing the exact cure for the poor guy's misery. He's had colds before, but who cares? Your remedy will really do the trick, believe me. So the poor guy heads home, loaded down with everything from Grandma's old tea and bitters right down to the latest antibiotics. Things aren't much better when he gets home either. There's the little old wifey to put up with. She has her favorite little old remedies, too, so, man, you'd better watch out. Well, here we go. Wifey's first assault on the poor, helpless victim. Hot lemonade. She knows this will work. Her mom used this treatment for years. It's got to work. It may not cure anything, but he'll be so busy recovering from a scalded gullet he won't have time to think about his poor old cold anyhow. What's that old bit about starve a cold and starve a fever? Or is it stuff a cold and starve a fever? Well, anyway, the family likes it this way. Starve Daddy and stuff the family. Experts say that going to bed, getting plenty of rest, is the best thing to beat that old cold bug. They warn if we don't, terrible things will happen to us. Let's see what they mean. Now, here's gay old bachelor Leland McTavish. Had a cold the night he proposed to that rich old widow friend. Lost his chance, too. The confounded cold gave away all his secrets. Looks like poor Susie should have stayed in bed, too. Her formal coming out party ended up like a falling in affair, poor girl. Yes, sir, boy. The safest thing to do is knock that old cold. It's to call the office, tell them you won't be in, and hop into the tub for a nice, warm, hot, soapy bath. Then hop. That's right. Hop into your nice, warm bed and stay there, broken toe and all. But then I guess catching a cold isn't so bad at that. Figure it this way. It's one way you can get a nice stay-at-home vacation. Well, anyway, that's as I see it. Well, let's see. Where in the world did I put those pills? I've decided to take up golf this year, and I've never played it before, but so many of my friends are out on the golf greens every weekend that I get kind of scared sitting all alone in town. Just by watching some of my friends, I've learned all about golf. See, the game is played with a round object called a ball, and some long sticks with globs on them made of wood or metal that are called sticks. And the object is to hit the ball, miss the toe, and land in the gopher hole right over here. The first thing we must learn is a proper stance. Actually, this is nothing more than the nice, easy stand you would take behind that lawnmower you should be pushing at home. Remember to always keep your eye on the ball. This is important. If you can't see the ball, there's no use playing. Now, with your eyes on the ball, you lower your club and address it. There are 2 times to address the ball, before and after swinging. Special books are available at the clubhouse with choice words for this stage of the game. Now, this isn't right. Perhaps the quickest way to learn how to hit a ball properly is to engage the assistance of a golf pro. A pro is a professional player who knows exactly how to approach the problem from a scientific view. After you've mastered the game sufficiently, you may attempt to approach yourself. Oh, I forgot to warn you. This is a hazard. You've heard golfers speak of hazards on the course. Well, this is it. There are other hazards on the average course, too. Here's an example, an excellent example of a typical Sunday afternoon hazard, the whizzers. Trees are excellent hazards, too. Now, this one makes golf such an exciting game. Man's feeble attempt to master the superior rubber ball fighting back. Golfers say the game is very restful. There are many rules to observe on the green. Perhaps I should explain that the more common terms referred to by golf players are these. First, there is the hook shot. This is used when players attempt to play out of turn. A slice. This can only happen with inferior balls. A birdie. This type of shot is viewed with much disfavor, especially by the birds. And the putt. A series of these short putts will get you back to the clubhouse just in time for high balls. Oh, I almost forgot. To add to the thrills of the game, besides hazards, we also have some tricky devices known as traps. There are 2 kinds of annoying traps, the sand trap and the other kind. A punch in the mouth will eliminate this one. Yes, sir. As I see it, golf is quite a game. Guess I'll just lean back in my chair and think about it.
The tar held him. The tar baby, she stayed still, and Brer Fox, he lay low.
If you don't let me loose, I'll hit you again,
says Brer Rabbit, says he, and with that he fetches a swipe with the other hand, and that stuck too. Tar baby, she ain't saying nothing, and Brer Fox, he lay low.
Turn me loose, for I
Kick the stuffing out of you, says Brer Rabbit, says he. But the tar baby, she ain't saying nothing. She just hold on, and Brer Rabbit loses his feet in the same way. Brer Fox, he lay low. Then Brer Rabbit yell out that if the tar baby don't turn him loose, he butter crank-sidered, and then he buttered and his head got stuck. Then Brer Fox, he sauntered out, just as innocent as a mockingbird. Howdy, Brer Rabbit, says Brer Fox. You look sort of stuck up this morning, says he. Then he rolled on the ground and he laughed and laughed and laughed till he couldn't laugh no more. I expect I got you this time, Brer Rabbit, says he. Maybe I ain't, but I expect I is. You've been running around here sassing me a mighty long time, but I expect you come to the end of the row. There you is, and there you'll stay till I fixes you up a brush pile and fires her up. 'Cause I'm gonna barbecue you this day for sure, says Brer Fox, says he. Boy, this is really getting to be something, isn't it, Ken?
I started drawing the bramble patch because I know that's going to come up in...
Yep, that's coming next.
Okay.
Well, then Brer Rabbit talked mighty humble. I don't care what you do with me, Brer Fox, says he, so you don't fling me in the briar patch. Roast me, Brer Fox, but don't fling me in that briar patch. It's so much trouble to kindle a fire that I expect I'll have to hang you, says Brer Fox. Hang me just as high as you please, Brer Fox says. Or Brer Rabbit said, but don't fling me in that briar patch. I ain't got no string, says Brer Fox, and now I expect I'll have to drown you. Drown me just as deep as you please, Brer Fox, says Brer Rabbit, but don't fling me in that briar patch. There ain't no water nearby, says Brer Fox. Now I expect I'll have to skin you. Skin me, Brer Fox, says Brer Rabbit. Snatch out my eyeballs, tear out my ears by the roots, and cut off my legs. But please, Brer Fox, don't throw me in that briar patch. He's scared to death, isn't he, Ken?
He is, Stevie. Here, I've got him all drawn there. Look at him. It's just a mess. Isn't he a mess?